This is the S&P 500 Spider ETF SPY one-day reading for May 6, 2024. It's currently April 8th, 2024, 1:26 p.m. Eastern Time. SPY at the time of this reading, $518.99. That's USD. And the shuffle video that's playing for you in the lower left corner was created on March 10th, 2024 at 7:07 p.m. Eastern Time. So the overall theme and behavior for the 6th, we have a period of sideways rotation that ends with a fast sudden move higher. Behavior around the highest high, a notable move into a highest high there, interesting. And then we should see some sideways rotation with a fast sudden move higher taking us into the high. Behavior around the lowest low, we have a sideways fluctuating decline that precedes a notable rally. No real trade advisement with the card. It's nullified, but it's also a lowest cross reading congruency, as well as here. So I think probably on the 1 month, this trough here that we have kind of on the end of the day on the 3rd is probably taking place here on the 6th. We'll probably have like this move and then a drop over the weekend. Before I get into the hour by hour chart behavior, as well as timing the highs and the lows and the best trade opportunities, I just want to make sure everybody's aware. The whole purpose of the channel is to transmute some of the competitive energy of the stock market into goodwill. We do that by following the rule of karma for the channel. You go to the resources tab of our website, Tarot for Traders, and 5% of the profits from every profitable trade utilizing this information should be donated forward to one of these charities, or pick a charity of your choosing, as long as you're paying 5% forward, and then 5% should be sent back to the channel through one of these links. If you're international, you can use Wise or you can use YouTube tips. And that leaves you at 90%. Make sure to spend that 90% out of love. As long as you follow those rules, you follow the rule of karma for the channel, the universe considers you an angel investor. It's going to send it back to you tenfold for following through. Blessings to all my angel investors. So let's get back into it. So in the pre-market, we have a low for the day and a notable move out of a low. This might very well be a lowest low thus far for the month. Cross-rating congruency there, and we probably have a failed attempt at a key breaking resistance, like a key resistance level. We break through it momentarily here around the open, and then we decline pretty notably out of that big move to the upside. It's like a disappointing. It looks like we're going to break through, but we don't, and it's probably an important price level on like a 1 month chart scale minimum. So we decline from that pretty notably, and then there's this fast sudden move higher around 10 o'clock out of the decline, ending that decline. It's followed shortly thereafter by more decline. So there's this decline out of a big move higher, pushing the upper end of a range higher. Failed attempt to break through key resistance, decline, and then a fast sudden move higher around 10, followed by a decline through multiple support levels. There's likely another low here, so we have this rally between 11 and 12, taking us into a high for the day. Hard to say if the low or the high is before that, but there's a low in here in this 11 to 12 o'clock hour as well. It gets pretty wild here in this midday, kind of price swings going on here. There's a trade opportunity at a high around 1 o'clock at a key price level where we kind of flatten out, and then there's another trough between 1 and 2. Pretty wild price swings here. And then we attempt to establish support between 2 and 3. Between 3 and 4, there's a fast sudden move higher. It'll stand out on a 1 day chart. It'll be from out of a decline from the bottom of a range all the way to the top of a range, probably to a high. So it gets a little tricky there at the end of the day because we have this big move to the upside from the bottom of a range to the top of a range starting out of a decline. But then at the close, there's also a low correlation and a notable decline offering opportunity to open up or close a short position. Interesting. So I think we probably end on a high here. Another failed attempt to break through key resistance here around the close as well. Probably from the bottom range to the top of a range. There's probably a high there, a high here at the end of the day. Oh, okay, I see it. So we end up at a high, and then there's a decline. We end up at a high, and it's at an important price level, important technical price level on a 1 month chart scale minimum, as indicated by the science card. And then over the weekend, overnight we decline, and we open lower on the 7th with the trade opportunity here, right at the open. So we'll talk about that in more detail when we get into the reading for the 7th. So that's SPY for the 6th of May. Please remember to subscribe if you haven't done so. It really helps out the channel. Most importantly, make sure to follow that rule of karma. You know where to go. You know what to do. Blessings to all my angel investors. I'll see you guys on the next one.